Hello friends, welcome to this new video. Here I will take you to this museum of the college that I am teaching, St. Thomas College, Pala. So we have the history and museology course here. So we have this museum where we take you to the Indian Stone Age, the Harappan civilization, the Iron Age and the megalithic culture, and also something regarding the Indian and the European Coal Age. So you have to understand that the museum is arranged in such a way that it starts from the Stone Age and it finally ends in the Modern Age. So as part of the Indian Stone Age, we have to look into the stone tools. There are the stone tools are there, the plate tools are there, the blade tools are there, ranging from the Paleolithic to the Neolithic age. So if you can please come over here, you can actually look into certain tools that we see here, where you can find the cleavers, scrapers and the hand axe. Okay, so now let's move forward to the blade tools. You can see in the upper Paleolithic age, you can see the surds here. See, the blade tools are more chiseled, more polished and more sharp. So it can be attached to the arrows, right? It can be attached to the arrows, and as you understand, the tribes all started as the hunting-gathering tribes. So when you shoot these arrows with these blade tools, it's easier for them to hunt. And also you can see this Neolithic axe. It is being excavated from the Meenachil river basin that is very nearby here. So these kind of Neolithic axe are being hafted to some horns or hooves, and it can be used for certain purposes like preparing something like food materials and all. And if you move further forward, you can see the blackware and the redware pottery. Because the pottery initially, if you have to understand, they were actually the handmade pottery. But as we move forward into the Mesolithic age and all, you have the invention of the wheel, and then the potter's wheel was used to build pottery. And during the time of Neolithic age, where there was this agricultural revolution, this pottery became very handy because the pottery was used to actually store food grains. So the cleavers and the hand axe, these kind of things you can find in the lower Paleolithic age are actually core tools because it is not that much polished, right? And when you further move forward into the Mesolithic and the Neolithic age, you can see the tools which is further sharp and chiseled, and also you can find the tools with the handles also that you see as the evolutionary process grows further. Yes, moving on. So here we look into the Indus Valley civilization artifacts. So we have the pottery, we have from Rangpur in Gujarat, in the mature and the late Harappan sites. And also you can see the black on redware pottery is a typical Harappan pottery. And the important thing about the Harappan civilization that we have in our museum is the model form of this pre-skin, and also the many seals you can find. You can see the unicorn seal, the Pashupati Mahadeva seal, and also the Gilgamesh seal. The Gilgamesh seal is a man who is fighting two tigers. But you have to understand, these are not the original seals here. These seals are modeled upon the real seals because it's a copy. But if you look into this black on redware pottery and the spindle walls and all these are real artifacts that has been excavated from the Harappan sites there in the North India. And see, if you look into this pre-skin, if you can focus on this pre-skin, you can see the way the dressing pattern, how that thing is draped there. And you have to understand, these names were actually given by the Archaeological Survey of India head, John Marshall. He called this terracotta figurine as the pre-skin. And also there is a dancing girl statue. It's not here, it is there in the National Museum in Delhi. So these are the artifacts that we have to look into the Harappan civilization. And we will move forward. Moving on to the geology collection here, we have the stones like shale stones are there, quartzite is there, conglomerate, and if you can see the fossilized wood here. And the important thing that I want you to focus is on this base of the urn burial, right, Nannangadi. It's all part of the iron megalithic age. Because we were discussing about the Indus Valley civilization. You have to understand, during that time in the peninsular India, it was going through an Iron Age or the Megalithic Age. The Megalithic Age, you had this kind of burials. It is a part of an urn. In that urn, you can see like the holy ashes or the parts of some body has been kept and that were buried deep underneath. So this all shows that there is some kind of a tradition or some kind of a belief of a life after death here. So that is that you find in the urn burial. If you can move forward here, if you can look into the Iron Age or the Megalithic Age culture. Why it is called the Megalithic Age is because you can find these kind of dolmens or the big stone boulders that has been kept in a circular way on top of these burial sites. That is the reason why this age has been specifically called as the Megalithic Age, or the age of these huge stone boulders. And this kind of a tradition is not only seen in Kerala, it can be seen in many other parts of the world. But the Iron Age or the Megalithic Age coincided in the deep south during the time when the Harappan civilization almost entered in the North Indian plains. So we will move further forward. Here we have, moving on, we have the palm leaf manuscripts here, and also if you look into the Malayalam that has been, if you can focus here, you can, if you look into the Malayalam that has been here, that is not the present day script that we use, because the present script is known as the Grantha script or the Grantha Lipi. But Malayalam, initially it had started with the Vattaleduthu, so like even there was even Tamil Brahmi script. All the scripts were part of the South Indian languages, and later it splitted. So these palm leaf manuscripts is the way how it used to, like the king gives some villages as gifts to the merchants, and all those things were written in these kind of palm leaf manuscripts where they use this iron handle to actually write. It's called Narayan, where they used to write it in this kind of palm leaf manuscripts that we find here. So these are the important things that I wanted to talk to you regarding the Stone Age, Megalithic Age, and of the ancient part. Also, this palm leaf is not in the Megalithic Age, but it's part of the culture and heritage. And so in this museum, like, I have to thank Dr. Sirik Joseph for managing this wonderful museum. He has done a splendid work on this. And we have this history and museology course that is in here. And also, I also want you to take to a coinage session where we have to look into the Indian coins, into European coins, and the coins that were part of the East India Company and all. So we'll be doing that moving forward. Yes, if you look into this old Indian coins here, like you have the Chola coin, we can see this even the King George V, the bronze coin, like the nickel brass coins. These are part of this old empires, like the Chola Empire coins are there, the East India Company coins are there. Even the coins that are after independence is also there. Like, not only the Indian coins, you have the Chinese coins, the franc coin of France, because the Swiss franc was there, even it was used before the euro. Right now it's all part of the eurozone, so you don't find the franc here. Swedish krona is on the right hand side, right top side. You have the Swedish krona that is still used there, because Sweden is not part of the eurozone. And this, you can find the European Union coins here, that is being used by the countries in the European Union, except Switzerland. They still have the Swiss franc. So this is the numismatics gallery, and especially the important thing you have to focus is the old Indian coins, where you have the Chola coins, you have the coins during the time of East India Company, and also the coins during the time of the British India rule. So in this session, we have come across many artifacts ranging from the Paleolithic Age, the Harappan civilization, the Megalithic Age, and also things regarding the palm manuscripts, and also the numismatics gallery, where we looked into a few of the coins that were part of the old Indian heritage, and also the part of the coins that were part of the East India Company and the British India rule. So in this video, what I wanted to talk to you was regarding how this museum is organized here, thanking the people for managing this museum, that too in a college. That is the important thing. It's a part of the college. It's not some museum outside. And also the reason why I did this video is because when we go outside in the museums, they have this, I don't know why it is being so, but they don't allow us to shoot videos, or they don't allow us to like click photos. So the people who want to know about our heritage, the Stone Age and certain civilizations, I hope that this video will be helpful to you. And thank you for watching, and please do subscribe the channel and click the bell icon so that I can come up with new videos. Thanking you all. Thank you.